Welcome to On the Chain.
So, Brad Garlinghouse, if you weren't paying attention, then you should be now. Huge win for Ripple today. Huge, not small, not you can overlook this. Not, well, we're just saying it's huge, but actual huge. It's just massive. And then so you get Stuart Alderati. Today's order makes it clear there's a serious question whether the SEC ever provided Ripple with fair notice that its distributions of XRP since 2013 would ever be prohibited under the securities law. Now, you look at these two tweets, and Chip, there's some amazing momentum and passion that is starting to be developed here. Stuart Alderati says, good to see the judge rejecting the SEC's attempt to prevent Ripple from pursuing its fair notice defense. It's even more imperative that the sun sets on the SEC's regulation by enforcement approach. Your comments?
Well, it's coming to a close. And Jeff, you want to know how beautiful this is? Let's go back to December of 2020. 2020? Yeah, was that when the case was filed? My God, feels like years ago, right? It was December 2020.
Crazy.
And you and I this is kind of what changed the direction of On the Chain. You and I were streaming once a week on Sunday nights. We were doing and then uploading videos. That's kind of what we were doing. And what we did was we tore down that entire complaint, SEC v. Ripple. And what you and I both came to the conclusion. We read through it separately. We came to the conclusion together. This is frivolous lawsuit. Makes no sense. We had John Deaton on. He had filed the lawsuit about 2 weeks later. We had him on the show. And we said, this is ridiculous. Go all the way. And everyone's like, I want a settlement. I want a settlement. I was like, why would you settle? Why would you settle? What settlement could possibly come out of it? And I said, yeah, Jeff, if we heard today, if breaking news on the OTC, we heard there was a settlement, would you and I be happy? Be thrilled. You know why we would be happy? Because we would know that the settlement included the words, today's XRP, not a security. That's the only reason that Garlinghouse gave that he would settle, and they tried to settle. And we learned recently, Jeremy Hogan pointed this out, that recently in one of the tweets he put out, there was the judge wanted the SEC and Ripple to meet for at least 1 hour to see if they could come to terms, right? Some sort of a settlement. And guess what? They didn't. So settlement? No. This one's going to the mat. This one is going to be the greatest. Gensler's going to be famous for all the wrong reasons. He'll be famous for losing the largest, the case of the century, and his face will be on that loss, and it will just be glorious, Jeff. And we will have a great time celebrating. We have to have a little party down here in Miami once that thing concludes. Just have a little meetup.
It's insane. I mean, it really is. It's outlandish. And you already see, how Clayton is coming out on this whole thing, right? So Clayton definitely, isn't coming out on top, in regards to his action, and so how is it that, he's not going to come out on top, yet Gary Gensler will? There's no way. And like you said, he's going to go down in history as losing probably the most pivotal case. And it's man, I mean, it's amazing that we're watching this unfold right now. It really is. It's amazing that, now we see, you can see the true intention of some of the political representatives,
yes,
as they, kind of, keep things, in kind of a specific, direction, or they keep things quiet, or they keep talking, but yet no action.
No action. Jeff,
we don't put them there to talk. We put them there for action. And we're not, Jeff, getting that action.
Come on, that's a big ask right there. I mean, like you mentioned earlier, they're supposed to go to represent we the people, and guess what? They don't. Let's think about this. I mean, is this a huge win? Because what we learned, which was interesting, in the library case, they also put up the same defense of the not given fair notice. And what was weird about that was the SEC didn't go after it, didn't try to deny it, nothing, right? So that was sort of a precursor to what's happening here. Now they put everything, their eggs in one basket. If they were able to deny that, which you and I again said that probably be a long shot. If they were able to deny that, you know what would have come out of that? Then it would have gone, they would have just said, well, it happened in this other case. And guess what? We're going to go after the library fair notice as well. And the whole idea of now striking that and not having that be a real defense. Well, all Ripple has to do is produce all of the times that they inform the SEC. You remember, we've heard this for years. Brad Garlinghouse, we heard it from Joel Katz, better known as David Schwartz, saying, yeah, we met with the SEC. We told the SEC. We told the SEC we were making this move. We told the SEC we were investing in MoneyGram. We told them how we were going to do that via XRP. We told them that as soon as they got the XRP, they would sell it and collect the fiat currency. So this is turning out to be just a glorious year. And
it's awesome. It's
right?
outstanding, Chip. Look, and then you look at how everybody is giddy now, right? Everybody is super, super giddy about the outcome. Look at Charles Gasparino here. Net significant victory for Ripple on XRP matter, because Ripple can now use lack of fair notice from the SEC as a defense and possible to get the case tossed. Now I want to, get
tossing the case would be bad. That's
this.
bad, Jeff.
This would be, there's two ways to look at this case. There's one way to look at this case that it's helping to provide resolution on getting clarity in the crypto space due to the inaction from Congress, right? So that's one direction. We're going to get a legal outcome of what XRP is, which can then also translate and trickle down to all other crypto assets potentially. And so we've got that approach. But to have the case tossed out, I think would be extremely detrimental, because they toss the case out and we get no outcome. We basically find ourselves back in the exact same position, maybe rebranded. The SEC takes another approach, stab at Ripple, and it's okay. It didn't work this time. We're going to come from a different direction. What we really want out of all this, I don't want the judge to toss it, Chip. I don't even want settlement. I want a true outcome. However, even through settlement, if there is a settlement, and you said it just a few minutes ago,
yeah,
it has to be with clarity. That's the only way there can be true settlement. I don't see Ripple giving on true clarity, and I don't see the SEC backing down, because Gary Gensler is the enforcer.
The enforcer, yeah. Yeah, well,
he's the enforcer. He keeps talking about the pillars of enforcement.
He lives in one of those pillars. It's in whatever that little place he lives in. It's got, if you look around it, it has some pillars of enforcement around it. And the funny thing about Gensler is it's so weird. When he was on that Jon Stewart show, that little clip we played of him on The Problem. I'm sorry, Jeff, I'm not watching a show called The Problem. I have enough of my own. I don't need to watch more problems. Yeah. We already are pretty familiar with the problems. We point them out here basically 6 days a week. Let's call it the solution, but there are no solutions when it comes to government. All they do is take money from the people. They don't make anything. They don't create anything. They just create more problems.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.